Okay, guys, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our PowerPoint. Remember, who goes first?
You.
And who goes second?
Us.
All right, perfect. So remember, if you're at school and we're on Wi-Fi, it kind of moves slow. So I'm going to find my habitat and I'm going to open it up. And we should be almost experts at this point. Okay, so mine has a bear. And my bears are starting to talk. So sometimes when you've been in a project and you haven't looked at it for a couple of days, it's nice to just see where you're at. So I'm going to actually turn my slideshow on and see what's happening. So I'm going to hit slideshow from the beginning, and it's going to turn on, and it says, how are you? Hello. I'm a little hungry. What should I eat? I'm going to look for some honey. Oh, look, it's right here. All right, so there's some cool things I could do on this last slide. So we're going to do a little bit of animation. So remember, I'm going to go home, new slide, duplicate. And I'm going to make the bee fly around. Okay? So I'm going to click on this bee and I'm going to go to the word animations. Now I can make the green ones make him appear, the red ones make him change, or the yellow make him change, and the red make him exit. And this is called a motion path. And we can use these, but these get a little tricky, so I'm gonna leave him I'm gonna leave it alone for a little bit. And I'm gonna make my bee spin. So on my slide, see a little preview. Now he's going to spin. I like it. All right. So I'm going to now go home and I'm going to duplicate. Remember, you don't click the picture. If you click the picture, you get a white blank slide. You can always hit backspace or delete. Okay. So I am going to delete that and make sure I click on the words new slide and I'm going to duplicate it. And he shouldn't say, oh, look, right here anymore. So I'm going to erase the words. Now, if you're in front of it, you can hit delete. If you're behind the words, you hit backspace. And now, I'm going to write yummy, nice, honey. But do you see how my yummy split? So you can always stretch these. And if you want, your shape has a format button up here, and you can change the color. And you can change the style. All right, so yummy, nice honey. And now I'm going to duplicate one more side. And the other bear is going to say, I'm going to get rid of this one. The other bear is going to say something like, let's get it. So I'm going to go to shapes. Remember, these are called call outs. I'm going to give him this one. I'm going to draw it above his head. If I don't want the color to be the same as it had been, I can go over here and I can change it. And let's say, let's go eat some honey. Right. And now the two bears on the last slide are going to go gobble at what? So I'm going to go new slide, duplicate, and I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to animate them both, and I'm going to make them go get the honey. You ready? So I'm going to animate the first bear, and I'm going to actually use that motion path. I'm going to draw a line right to here. Now, when you use the motion path, you have to click twice when you're done with it. So let's see if it worked. Whoop. He might not have ended where I wanted him to do. So if you don't like it, you can always hit delete. How about if I try just a straight line? So he's going to go, I don't want him to go down. I want him to go up. Let's get this guy. Let's try a motion path for him. I'm going to try one more time to draw it. I'm going to draw him to just go to there. And I'm going to click twice when I'm done. Yeah. And then on the last slide, guess what I'm going to make disappear?
The honeycomb.
The honeycomb. So I'm going to go to duplicate. And I'm going to get this. And we're going to use that exit animation. And one of them is actually disappear. Okay, so now it disappeared. And we're going to add one last slide. And on my last slide, we're going to add some words. This shouldn't be here anymore because it just disappeared. The B should probably be gone. And we should add a the end slide, right? So let's insert what they call word art. Word art's fun to use. And so we're going to write the end. And I'm going to actually hit delete and get rid of the other words. And that's the end of our what? Story. When your story is done and you like it, there's one last thing to make it really look like a story. The last thing is transitions. So we're going to go back to slide number 1. I'm going to show you my favorite. My favorite transition is to have the curtains close or open. So the curtains are opening for my story. And ta-da! And then the rest of the slides, there's one, you can choose to use it or not, but there's 2 of them that make it look like a book. One is peel off. The page will peel. The other one is called page curl. And it actually makes it look like it's a book turning. And I like page curl, so I'm going to make each one of them turn like a book. So all you have to do is hit page curl on each one of the books in your story. Okay, so it's your story. It will depend on how big you make your story. Okay, I only have 10 what? Slides. I have 10 slides, and I'm going to make each one of them turn till I get to the very last what? When I get to the very last one, I won't put any transition on it because I just want it to end with the end. So I suggest you watch your story. Now there's a couple ways you can watch it. You can go to the word slideshow and you can watch it from the beginning, or you can hit this button that starts from the beginning, or way down here, there's another slideshow start button. I'm going to give you the rest of class to finish it, okay? Then we're going to turn them in Canvas. So if you have any questions, if you're at home, send me an email. If you're at school, just raise your hand.